Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we are taking a look at, this is a gray card or white balance card, if you want to, however you want to call it. This is from Macolink white balance film 335. I guess that's the size of it, 335 inches by 2.2 inches. Now, this is for things like photography and video work. So if that is something that you are interested, I purchased this because I am trying to update my lighting system actually. And for that, and also use a different type of camera setup, and I wanted things to be a lot more on point for that. So not specifically for reviewing product things like this, but for some other work that I wanted to do because I'm actually into photography and video stuff as a hobby in general. So this is the card setup. It's packaged pretty nicely. Now, what these are used for those who are unfamiliar, and obviously for those who are familiar and they just want to see what the product looks like, then you get to see here what the product looks like. Now this material feels like a how would I describe this? It's like a textured material, but it definitely feels durable. It feels thick, like almost like a credit card. I had a thought in my mind of something that's similar to these, but it's left my thought process. But yes, essentially it's almost like a thick credit card type of feel. Yeah, sorry about that. I just wanted to adjust a few things. So here you have white, and here you have gray, and here you have black. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna have to kind of learn this whole process a little bit, because in the past when I used to do photography, I understood the concept of using a white card or anything white. You were able to essentially take like just a white sheet of paper, even though this is actually more of an off type of white. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to do some research in discovering like the difference between that, or is this just off in its color in a negative way, or is it supposed to be like that? Is it not supposed to be like a pure white type of color? Because, for example, I got a little white napkin here on the side right now. This may not be showing up on camera that well because my lights right now are kind of a mixed combination of like yellow and a cool, like kind of daylight white-ish type of light going on. So you're not gonna really see this picked up that well here, I don't think, but essentially, when I'm looking at it, the napkin looks more white than this. This looks almost like a dull white. So I don't know if that's being picked up on the camera, but normally for photography, you would be able to take a photo of a white card or like a white object. Maybe you have like a piece of paper, regular sheet of paper, and you take a picture of it. You may maybe cut it to be smaller so it's easier to carry around. Take a picture of it, and then you are able to go in your camera, specifically digital SLRs, or probably in the same case mirrorless nowadays as well, where you would be able to take the photo of it, go to the setting for custom white balance, and then adjust the white balance to say, okay, well, if the lighting makes this white object look this type of way, I will now adjust the color to make that what should be a white object look white if the color of the lighting is making it look yellowish or some other kind of like tone of, color temperature. Now, like I said, this looks almost to be like almost a duller white. I'm gonna have to do some research if that matters or not. Obviously, since this is a piece of photo equipment for that purpose, it is probably more in the right than if I just grabbed a regular just white sheet of paper. So that's why I say that. But then there's the concept of gray, and I've always heard that a gray card, and I never was really too familiar with it because I always just used just a white, something that was white. So I got to really kind of do the research on it. But for those who are curious about jumping into something like this, like I said, link's going to be in the description down below. This ran for like about $5 some change on Amazon, so it's definitely worth it if you need it. I specifically picked it up more so not because of the white, but because of these other colors and fully understanding how they work as I dive back into photography, because I've been out of photography for a little while. So if you are coming back to it, or you're a professional, you just need yourself a gray card. That's generally what they usually call them. Even when there's the black and the white, they just usually give that term. Then this is something you may want to pick up. In addition to that, it comes with this little holder here, and this is pretty cool. I'm not sure. I guess this little piece right here, you'd be able to wrap that around these that way. And I don't have the screen image in front of me from Amazon to see exactly how it was connected. So in one way you could just do it like that, just to have it always on hand and keep them together. But I would imagine this little piece here could probably be used to, you probably could put them on this instead, take this off of here and then put that on there as more of like a travel way, rather than, let me see if I could even get this off, because this is very small. And let's see if I can, I'm gonna do this off of camera because it's gonna make it so much easier. Okay, so this was actually very hard to remove, and what I'm gonna try to do is get this to slide through all of these, and there we go. But I can already see right now the tip of that was almost damaged. It looked like let's see, and then this can come through here like this. Sorry, I thought I had it on view on screen, but doing that little loop right there. And then with that, you can just clamp this onto here. But then if you want to take it off, you don't want to carry this whole thing, you can just detach it and then run it through there like that. Or you could run this little like key loop through here. But I mean, the problem I would say with that is that the more you take it on and off, you'll probably end up scratching this. I don't know if that makes a big deal or not, but it's just something to be weary of. Other than that, you also have the ability to just detach this like that. So you got a couple of different ways to kind of house this thing, which is nice. Throw it inside your backpack, your camera space, or if you're just always like at home in a studio environment, you're doing video recording like that, just have it on hand someplace. In that case, you don't even have to keep them together like this, but I still would recommend that you use the small piece just to keep it all together. Like I said, this is basic, so I'm not really gonna go dive too heavy and deep into it. The video is already going long enough as it is, but the quality feels nice, and I would say it's definitely worth it, especially for the price. And as always, you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.